Bonjour, good afternoon. Today is Friday, December 19, 2025. Today, Peguis First Nation filed a legal claim against former Chief Glenn Hutson for repeated breaches of fiduciary duty during his tenure as Chief of our First Nation. As elected officials, Chief and Council are held to a high standard. As fiduciaries, they are required to abide by the no conflict and no profit rules. This means that they must act in the best interests of the First Nation and may not gain a personal benefit from their position unless that has been explicitly approved. Through an ongoing investigation, it has become clear that Glenn Hutson breached these rules on multiple occasions for his own benefit and to the detriment of Peguis First Nation. The statement of claim, which was filed in the Manitoba Court of King's Bench, outlines in detail the numerous circumstances where Mr. Hutson placed his personal interests and those of his associates above the best interests of our First Nation. Many of these instances were only recently discovered as a result of the lack of financial transparency with which Mr. Hutson led Peguis First Nation. As the elected Chief and Council and as fiduciaries for our nation, we have a positive duty to seek legal redress when assets and property of Peguis First Nation have been transferred unlawfully. It would not be consistent with our fiduciary duties to our First Nation to turn a blind eye to this. Doing nothing is no longer an option. And this has been made clear to us by many members and various advisors of our nation throughout our term so far. The decision to bring a lawsuit against a former chief was one that was not taken lightly by the Council. We have had several meetings to determine the best path forward, and our decision to pursue this action was informed by legal advice as well as our own fiduciary duties. This was a difficult decision, not motivated by politics. The question put to us as a Council is, what is in the best interests of Peguis First Nation? We do not want to be in a position of suing our members, but the allegations in the statement of claim are serious and cannot be ignored or swept under the rug. Doing so would make us as Chief and Council complicit in the alleged corruption that has been uncovered to date. Chief and Council were elected on a mandate to change the way Peguis does business, and that is what we are doing. I know this is not easy, and there are those who say we should leave the past in the past. But we must continue to be guided by our fiduciary duty to always look out what is in the best interest for our community, as opposed to what might be easy or what might benefit us or our family members. This requires us to defend our First Nation against those who have taken advantage of our community and who have undermined our laws and our decision-making processes. While this claim is about Mr. Hutson's wrongdoings and is particularly important because of the length of time he was chief, the amount of money he misused, and the extent of his power and influence, we want to stress that this is about a broader need to uphold our laws and strengthen a culture of transparency, accountability, and oversight. In closing, thank you for taking the time to listen to this update. We look forward to continuing the good work we are doing and moving past governance failings in a productive, transparent, and good way. In order to do this, all our elected officials must be held accountable for our actions and the transactions we approve. That is the only way that the best interests of the members will be protected. Miigwech, and thank you for your time.